Yo, what's going on, gang? Today I wanted to break down the ultimate ranked play meta right now. This is going to cover long range and close range, and both of these are going to be 8 attachment builds. I highly recommend, if you're rocking the Cypher, to run an 8 attachment build. It really is that much better with more attachments, rather than like how the SWAT was a really good 5 attachment build, not for the Cypher. So with that being said, our SMG meta at the C9 is also going to be one of those big tier builds, just for the simple reason, if we can't stack loadout, you know, if we can't get Cypher and C9 at the same time, we might as well give ourselves the benefit of getting all the attachments on the C9 as well. On the Cypher, we got the Willys 3 times, monolithic suppressor, reinforced barrel, vertical foregrip, extended mag 2, quick draw grip, balanced stock with the recoil springs. And then on the C9, we have the compensator, long barrel, ranger foregrip, extended mag, ergo grip. That's extended mag 2, by the way. Balanced stock, recoil springs. I don't rock a laser and I don't rock an optic. You could, if you wanted to, you could throw a little red dot or something on there. There's not really any cons to that. I mean, what would go kind of crazy on there? The Keepler wouldn't be bad, but I'd probably rock the Merlin. Something a little more low-key. The Merlin Mini would probably be a pretty solid sight for this SMG. Let's take these things into the firing range and give you guys an idea of recoil patterns, because some of these guns have that bananas recoil. We just want to make sure that we can actually go through and maintain this. Now let's see. Let's switch it back to control. I don't know why it was bugging. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so we're going to call our recoil pad down. If you don't know how to do that, you press down on the D-pad twice. We're going to aim at the bottom of the pad. We're going to let a whole mag go. Something feels super off with my game. It's my first time loading up the new season. I can tell something seems off. 110. I usually play 120. That's probably what it is. Oh yeah, here we go. We're gonna let the second mag dump. You'll notice the recoil patterns are gonna have pretty much the same pattern. The third one's usually a little bit off. In most cases, not always, but most of the time the third one's a little bit off. Which in this case it actually was. So you can see the first two, it's more of a sharp bend, and the last one's kind of more of that rounded bend, rather than having that angle. Simplified, all we're gonna do is pull down left and then down right. So we're going down left to this apex point, you know, right in here. This will be our down left. And then when we get to that point where it gets squirrely, we're just kind of going down right. It should make a difference. This gun does have a lot of recoil, but it's manageable for the fire rate. So we go down left, it starts to get weird, we go down right, and we can kind of keep it in this little bit of a groove, you know. We get this idea of a pattern, but with how fast this TTK is, I mean, you can't be mad at a little bit of recoil on this gun. This thing absolutely melts. So being able to just kind of get into the firing range, work on it a little bit, zap some targets, get a feel for that recoil, it definitely makes the difference for you. Just jump straight to a match. This is going to be our C9 recoil pattern. We're going to go ahead and throw it on up the board. This one's got a crazy one. It's lucky though, because it's like kind of tight at the beginning. So like it loses recoil like midway up on some of the sprays. Like, see how bunched together these first few shots are? Like, look at that. Those first few shots are like super bunched up. We're not even going to finish that spray out. Our anomaly is really just going to be down right. It goes down right, and then it kind of gets crazy, and then it goes down right again. With how fast this thing shoots, I wouldn't even worry about countering that. I would literally just focus shooting down right, and you're going to get these tighter sprays. And as you get used to the gun, you should be able to fry out. The TTK on this thing is great. It's not horrible by any means, but you'll notice that initial spray is going to get squirrely, especially at those medium ranges. You're definitely going to notice this thing want to kick off the target. So just exaggerate that recoil just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. The more you play with it, the more you're going to feel better with the weapon per se. Because it definitely has a recoil pattern that's kind of hard to memorize. But once you have the gist of it, you will be alright, gang. Listen, if you hit the sub and crush the like, then you will catch me tomorrow for another banger. Let's get it.